This is question 47 of Civil Engineering paper GATE 2016 forenoon session. A 4 meter wide rectangular channel having bed slope of 0.001 carries a discharge of 16 meter cube per second. Considering Manning roughness coefficient 0.012 and G 10 meter per second square, the category of the channel slope is. So in this question, for a 4 meter wide rectangular channel, the bed slope, the discharge and Manning roughness coefficient are given. We need to define the category of the channel slope. So this question is from the topic of open channel flow. You may study about the classification of the channel slope and different category of the channel slope in detail by watching lecture 34, non-uniform flow and hydraulic jump, hydraulic engineering by Professor Mohammad Saud Afzal, IIT Kharagpur. So the channel slope is classified into several categories like mild slope. So when the normal depth is greater than the critical depth, then that is termed as mild slope. And when the normal depth is smaller than the critical depth, then it is termed as a steep slope. And when normal depth and critical depth are same, that is termed or categorized as critical slope. Now another two category is defined on the basis of bed slope. When the bed slope is 0, that is termed as horizontal bed, and when the bed slope is negative, then that is called as adverse slope. So for this question, we need to find the normal depth and critical depth. So normal depth can be found by Manning equation. So we know the formula between or relationship between the discharge and this depth. So Q equal to area into velocity, So we can write Q is equal to area is width of the flow into depth of the flow into velocity. So velocity can be written in Manning equations 1 by n into r to the power 2 by 3 into s to the power 1 by 2, where Q is discharge, which is given as 16 meter cube per second. B is the width, which is given as 4 meter, and Y we need to find. So Y, just write it, Y naught, normal depth, we need to find, into 1 by n. N is Manning roughness coefficient, which is 0.012 into R. So R is the hydraulic depth, which is hydraulic depth is the we know hydraulic depth is area by weighted perimeter. So area of the rectangular channel is width into depth. So B is 4 into Y naught, we need to find, by perimeter. So perimeter we know for a wide rectangular channel. Suppose this is rectangular channel. So if depth is Y and width is B, so weighted perimeter is this Y plus B plus Y, that is B plus 2Y. This is weighted perimeter. So here B is 4 plus 2 Y naught, we need to find, to the power 2 by 3 hydraulic mean depth, and S is the bed slope, which is given in the question as 0.001 to the power 1 by 2. Now when we solve this equation, we will get Y naught as, that is normal depth, as we will get 1.63 meter. 1.63 meter. This equation can be solved by hit and trial method. So Y naught will be 1.63 meter. Now we need to find the or check the critical depth YC. So we know for a rectangular channel, YC can be found by formula Q square by Z to the power 1 by 3, where Q is discharge per unit width. So discharge is given here 16 and width is 4 meters. So 16 by 4 square by G, which is 10. So this to the power 1 by 3. So this will be 1.169 meter. So we have the value of normal depth and critical depth. So by observing this, we can say this Y naught is greater than YC, and we know when the normal depth is greater than the critical depth, that slope is categorized as mild slope. So for this question, we can say the category of the channel slope is mild slope. So mild is given in option B. So option B will be the correct answer for this question. Thank you.